Hey, good morning, folks. And you know what? Welcome to the Phoenix Business Exchange East End Edition. And from what Sam's telling us, we are 1 degree warmer than Costa Rica right now. That won't last long, though, because it is September. And we're getting near the end of the month that is, not Costa Rica. So, Phoenix Business Exchange, you are extremely welcome to join us for this on this show and connect with us. You want to join us as a member? Come on in. There are a whole bunch of perks, and part of it is getting to explain your story, what you do for a business. Get an e-card that helps you identify what you do, make it easier for people to reach out to you, connect. And that's part of the marketing features that you're actually paying for. Marketing is what you're doing, and also at the same time connecting with people. So you're getting like a double or triple wham of goodness coming at you. Now I'm going to share the right screen because I almost picked my one of my emails, and that wouldn't have helped too much. And so here's the Phoenix business page, bbx.ca. And there's Steve. You click on Steve, you find out what Steve does. And he does artwork, and he does artwork for your logos. He can spin things up, and he can also sing a tune or two, and paint portraits of your dog or cat. So he's multi-talented, but his primary role in life is helping you build out your brand and your profile online and in person. He's helped out Sam, he's helped out Norm, and so a whole bunch of different things, and making a sharp look even sharper. Steve's card's right there. His story, if you click on the YouTube, you go there. Now, to join us, well, you just click on this little red button here. That's Monday Morning Bell's Corners. You can join us on that day too. Today's Wednesday, so here we are, and all these sessions are 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. Thursday morning, typically is the South End group. This week, it's in person at 7:30. You still can join online, though, because Tony's going to bring his 15-year-old computer, and we're going to latch into that. Thursday afternoon, between 1 and 2, there is a mid-afternoon or midday session for Phoenix members to attend. And after hours group, that is where Penny Lee is the host. And what she's doing there is helping you stay on topic and on target with your tasks, whether it's business or personal. So if you're doing weight loss and it's kind of just to encourage you, or you're trying to gain more market share, whatever the case might be. East Trade Winds every Tuesday, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard. And we're already past it. So next week, we'll have a new guest speaker. And come on in, free to attend. And you hit the one Zoom link, you can either keep hitting the same one for every subsequent Tuesday, or load it into your calendar. Facebook Live Meditation, 1:30 on Fridays, and that's with Tony. He'll get you zen with your space, your headspace. And if you need a good bath, there's a sound bathing event with Tony on Zoom on the 24th at 7 p.m. Then we have Penny Lee's dance movement is medicine with Nia classes, both online and in person. So hook up in there, and it keeps your body live. Friends Friday Potluck with Penny Lee, October 10th, 6:30 p.m. So that's not a Zoom event, right? That's an in-person, and bring food. I like that. Bring food. That's always good. Again, just a reminder, South End Group Hybrid on the 25th. That's tomorrow. And if you see somebody talking here today going, gee, I want to know more about them, you can hit our QR directory for all the members here, and you can kind of work your way through and see what services you can find. And another kind of a key piece is, when you're part of the Phoenix group, you also get to know who does what, and you get to know them so you can trust them. And, for example, my brakes in my car, I stop diligently, and that's courtesy of Sam. And, and Eric's keeping the brakes on Tony so he doesn't go visit CRA too heavily. So those are important things to know. Apply today. So you hit the button here, you're in like Flynn. We'll have a chat and just to validate that you are a good business and you're a good fit. All right, that e-card. So what's that all about? That's the QR code. That's the connection. Well, 3,100 times this year to date, that little link has been used to connect with people. Business shared amongst members, 4.9 million since 2016. It's a fair bit of activity, right? And so this year to date is $163,000 plus 350 of business done between members. And by the way, since we're coming near the end of the month, remember to send your stats in to Tony. And we're going to stop the share now. And I see I have some stuff in my chat. And Kat's saying, hey, we're colder by 7 degrees than Costa Rica. Welcome to Scotland. And but you know what? That's okay. That's where the great Scotch is coming from. So we never complain about that good stuff. Now we need some words of wisdom. And you know what?
Oh, pick
Tony's
me.
got his arm up. I thought he showed me his armpit. One of the two. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay, are you going to stop the share?
Oh, I have to stop the share. What was I
Oh,
thinking? There we
there we
go.
go.
Sorry, Tony.
It just I like things in it with a bigger frame. So yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about email marketing because yesterday I received an email, just all these spam things that I'm getting, and one of the first things it says is that for $250 I can buy 2 million emails from all over the world. And I'm thinking, where on earth and how on earth would they get that? And so this is where some of your information is going when you leave your email at a Target, or if you leave your email at a store and they want to get a hold of you somehow. I don't know. Somehow it gets out. So they collect those emails and they send them out. They sell them. And what ends up happening is they could send your message to 2 million people. And so this might seem like it's a big deal, but what do we do with those emails? I mean, I don't read hardly any of them. And this is, of course, assuming that it's spelled correctly, where if they spell education with an A and they switch around the words and everything. And by the time I get it, it's all watered down. And I know that it's just something that was an email blast. And here in Canada, at least with the Privacy Commission, that is kind of against the law. But on a world spectrum, it doesn't make much difference. It's sending it out. It's sending those messages out to everyone. And so this is just ads itself. We're not even talking about phishing, or we're not talking about anything corrupt where they're trying to get you to click onto something just to mess up your computer. This is their actual bona fide ads where they have translators and different types of thigh busters where you buy a device and you could lose 16 pounds in 4 days. It's all about looking at the wide spectrum and what will actually come from that. Well, they wouldn't be doing it unless it's successful. In other words, the people that are sending it out to 2 million people, if you finally get 50 people that respond, you would consider that a success. And what would that be? That would be 0.00005%, if that's worth it. So depending on what those 50 people will do, you'll probably make your $250 back. But it's not the best marketing when you look at it that way. This is really attractive to somebody just starting in business where they have no clients, they have no real track record, they got no reputation. Their Google thing hasn't really kicked in yet as far as where they are in that type of marketing. So what do you do? You start to go through and do your job, and if everything is good, people will start giving you reviews, and those people you collect the emails from. So when you have only, like in my case, I got about 200, only about 200 of those type of emails, I'll get about 60, 70%, even 80% of an engagement, because these are the people that know, like, and trust you and love you. And that's really the reservoir of clients or of emails that you want to work with. So I think I had made some kind of a suggestion the other day about email marketing doesn't work, and this is where we were sort of referring to. When you're looking at a mass email marketing, those don't typically work. And it's even if the people that you do get, it's been my experience that they all want a deal. They all want to, whatever you're offering, they'll want it for half the price, and they have people that they could send you. And I always think of my thing as, do I want another 40 people that I'm discounting and losing money on to make, So what you're looking for is if you've priced yourself right, and most of us have, and those are the numbers we need to be able to give good service. And I always say, if I had no bills, if I were able to go to and just walk into a house or go into a commercial space, go to a grocery store, go to a movie, and nothing would cost me anything, I wouldn't charge for my services. And that's the truth, because I love what I do, and it's only because of the system around we have that we have to charge. And I think most people realize that. So in doing that, we realize that after a number of years, we can't just keep discounting everything. We have to realize there needs to be something there that will be able to sustain it, and you could bring in various upgrades. Like Sam's always getting a new hoist for his mechanical services. He's always trying to upgrade his equipment so he could service customers better. Looking at his marketing, Wendy's looking at different ways in which she can, purchase coaching so she can be more productive. And we all do that, basically. And so the vast amount of email marketings that we do have coming in, take a look at it and just look at those 2 million people and really what they're getting. What you're getting is, if I go into this swamp, how much fish am I going to really get out of that if I just throw in a net? Most of it's going to be weeds. Most of it's going to be bloodsuckers. Most of it's going to be things that you're just not going to want. You're going to throw back. And so the real point of all of this is get your services done, get people happy in what you do. You under promise, overachieve. That will give you that track record, and when something happens, they know where to come to get something done. And if you have those emails, that's going to be the most productive you can have, because then you'll only need a couple of hundred to make yourself a very, very good career. Okay? Back to you, Bernie.
Tony, thank you so much. So we're on LinkedIn Live, and there's the link that you can put your contact details in there. Good way to promote yourself. In fact, invite people to that page, and because and if you don't know how to do it, reach out to me. I'll walk you through how to invite people to a page, because it helps grow the community. Meanwhile, speaking of growing the community, a little Oliver Twist moment going here. Chimney sweeps, we're looking for them. So reach out to anybody that you know, and have them reach out to Penny Lee and just sweep her off her feet, so to speak. I'm going to stop there. There's bad puns going abound. I'm going to start off with Wendy and then Sam. Wendy, tell us what's happening in Costa Rica, ma'am. Boy, yo, what's up? Muted. Other than muted, you're doing good as muted, though.
All right. I wish I was in Costa Rica. I was actually up at 3 a.m. this morning. I drove Craig and his friend Scott to the airport. They are flying to Costa Rica today for the next 3 weeks. So it's a nice break for everyone, and it's well needed. So anyway, I'm not going anywhere until end of October, and then again in December. But in the meantime, I'm here to serve all of your referrals. So I am the real estate broker of this group, and I'm happy to say that I've been in business since 2008. So I have a lot of experience in my wheelhouse. And as Tony mentioned, I do have a coach. I have a real estate coach who keeps me on my toes, keeps me accountable, and keeps me at the top of my game. So that's really important when you are interviewing an agent, whether you're looking for an agent to help you buy or sell a property. You want someone that's well seasoned, someone that is always trying to grow and have higher level of service for their clients. I mean, that's something that's very, very important. In this world, it's all about the service industry. And we all know that when we've been badly served in whatever capacity, that it just doesn't feel right. Your money's not well spent and your time has been wasted as well. So if you're looking for anyone like myself who can help with any of your real estate needs, or anyone who's important to you, please keep me in mind. I do have ongoing business with Kat. Kat and I are getting together, so we've had a number of meetings, and also ongoing business with Susan Epps, and also with Jacqueline Richards. That's all I have to report for this week, and nice to see everyone this morning.
Wendy, thank you so much. So in the chat, East Trade Wins, that's the Zoom link to register for the event. And just also another item, if you have something you want to advertise, promote, etc., inside the Phoenix space, reach out to Kat Hurd. She can help get your message out there on the Phoenix social media platforms. Mr. Sam, and then we will go to Mr. Sam. Go ahead.
Me and then me. Sounds good.
Yeah, well, double tap. Just want to make sure you're there.
Thank you, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. There we go. Got my contact information in the chat. Well, dash cameras are my main thing. Electronics in cars, just like I took care of friend Eric there with his stereo system in his car and got his microphone working again because he proved it the other day. He was in his car and he came on the Zoom line and I could hear him quite clearly while he was talking. So I knew the microphone was working. Besides that, I do minor repairs, oil changes, brake jobs. As I mentioned last week, wheel bearings seem to be popular for some reason. I've been doing them quite frequently lately. And just want to let you know that I do free estimates. You can bring your vehicle to me if it's making some squeaking noises or rattling or grinding noises. I will give you an estimate and with no charge to that. BAMS wise, well, Bernie, I've been keeping him appraised of the inner fender wall that's supposed to be coming. I have a concern with the delivery company because as of this morning, it says it's on its way in transit, but has yesterday's date on it. Is that a good sign, Bernie? In transit as of yesterday. Only today is the 24th and it says the 23rd. But anyway.
Could be worse.
Okay, besides that,
could be your payroll.
Besides that, Jacqueline mentioned that her husband's been wearing one of my t-shirts, and I appreciate that very much, Jacqueline, that he likes my t-shirts just like Tony, and you wear them. I appreciate that because you never know, get some business out of it. That's what they're there for. And speaking of my t-shirts, Kat asked for one of my t-shirts, and I said, well, how am I going to get one to Scotland? And she said, well, Penny Lee's sending me some a shipment, and I met up with Penny Lee yesterday, and I gave her one of my t-shirts, so it's on its way to you, Kat. Let me know when it gets there, and I hope you can show it off so we can see it. That'd be great. You'd be the only person in Scotland that has one of my t-shirts. That's it for me, Sam Sturz, connectedcars.ca. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of a new vehicle, and a lot more.
Sam, thank you so much. So if you need someone to stand in for you, Mike Wazowski is available, and if the schedule permits, he will do your bit, talk about your business, and that's a really, really good thing. And the other item is, Craig Taylor from Cyberhoot. So Tony's talking about those emails, and you want to know, geez, should I click on that? Is it clickbait? Is it leading me down the path of the garden path? That's a training program. It's free for individuals. They charge companies, and yeah, so they even offer an affiliation agreement so that if you bring in a company to them, they will pay you, which is a good thing. And it's all about training you to be cognizant of what the issues are without being a pain learning thing. So it's a little bit of operant conditioning, positive conditioning, a little group hug type thing. We're going to swing over to Kat and then Eric. Kat, go ahead, ma'am.
Hi. Thank you so much, Sam, for sending me that t-shirt. If anybody else has any merchandise that they want me to wear, and because I'm looking to do some videos and stuff, so I would love to do some free PR for you. Anyway, what I was going to say is Tony was talking about email marketing and all these dodgy companies sending you all these kind of things that you don't really want. I want to do the polar opposite. I want to help you get out your emails, grow your email marketing list, get out the right messages to the right people in the right way so that you don't end up in the spam folders and you actually get a return on your investment. So if anybody is looking for some email marketing, whether it's guidance or somebody to actually help you to do it, I would love to have a conversation with them and see how I can support them. And my BAMs this week have been, I've had conversations with Tony, I've had conversations with Sam and Wendy. And Penny Lee, technically. Because she's not here, I don't know whether she counts, but
She counts.
Okay.
I've seen her use a calculator, so she's good.
Yay!
No, joking.
Thank you, Bernie.
Thanks, Kat. Next quick item, if you want to do a BAM with me, I got a great place to do it. It's at Hive. It's central to Ottawa, and maybe we'll even host a Phoenix Bell's Corners edition session there one of these mornings and do a monthly there in person. And the next item I just want to quickly promote before I get to Eric is Freshly Brewed Coaching, and that is about Matt Hawksley and my co-host Wayne Pratt from the Knack for Business podcast. He's got a coaching book that's out there. It's up on for sale. And Eric, over to you, and then Tony.
Thank you, Bernie. Thank you for leaving me to last, unlike Monday, where you usually assault me as first.
Oh, but that's true love. That's true love. You don't get that anywhere else, Mike.
At least here you let me relax a little bit and listen to everybody. But on Monday, boom, Eric. Eric from CA Pros. We have offices throughout the country now. We have now 9 offices across Canada. We merged as of September 1st, or we're merging since September 1st. It takes a while to merge. Not everything is ready at the same time. My office will specialize more on tax. Which means that if any offices across Canada has a tax issue that they cannot solve, they'll refer it to us. We already have one this morning from the Vancouver office. So that's where we're going. We're accountant and management consultants. Management consultants, I like to talk a little bit about because we can be helpful even here with management consulting. SAM, FedEx, Canpar, UPS. Those are 3 words that you should know about shipping things throughout the world. You don't need to be, it's not that difficult to send things to Scotland. You can become an Amazon yourself. The specialty of the firms keeps. It still is, medium to now it's medium to large, small, medium, and large size businesses. Some of the firms that we have in the Southern Ontario area do, not multinational, but large national companies. They do the type of company that we don't have in Ottawa, the type of manufacturing company that we don't have in Ottawa. But, I'm looking forward to work there. We also specialize in individuals who have tax issues, tax problems, and our marketing is almost 100% word of mouth when it comes to personal taxes. We do not advertise personal taxes or estates. Yet we spend half our weeks working on personal taxes and estates. And I'm not going to go into estates because that's a different type of job, like I wouldn't want it on my worst enemy. But we also do estates. We can be reached at 613-254-7310, and we bring reason to numbers and numbers to reason, which means we deal with reasonable numbers for unreasonable clients, or we have reasonable clients who have unreasonable tax auditors and unreasonable receivers of their information. So we're caught in those 2 parameters of practice. Have a great week.
Well, Eric, hopefully the estates are few and far between, and the smiles abound. And speaking of smiles abound, somebody that has a bakery, that's something else we need, because all the skinny people like that. Have that person reach out to Penny Lee if you think that they're looking to help promote their business. Tony, over to you.
Thank you very much, Bernie. Hi, everybody. Tony Chenis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. Well, today is the 24th. Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing our monthly sound bath. So what is the sound bath? I got asked the other day. Well, basically, it's a series of vibrations, frequencies, and the various energies that are in a system that you're in. That's why it's a bath. And if you come with a question, let's say a question that you would normally go to get a reading, or if let's say you're making an important decision on whether or not I should propose to my girlfriend, or whether or not I should expand my business and spend another 40,000 in a certain direction. I mean, a lot of times we make life-changing decisions on the spur of the moment based on your present mood. If your present mood is in the desperation, like we have to do something, so let's do this, let's do that. Of course, any coach will say that's not the way to make a decision, but it is what it is. And sometimes we're at a point where we don't have options to bounce ideas off of. I mean, groups like Phoenix, we can do that. We can actually talk to anybody and get a perspective of how they see the situation that we are in. But a sound bath is basically you come in with a question and knowing that inside of you is the answer. You have the answer to everything inside of you. And it's the frequencies and that 2 hour moment that you have. It's a little bit like just being on your own and things start to get clearer. I'm sure that when Wendy walks down the beaches of Costa Rica and she's got something that she's trying to work out, by the time she goes to the end of the beach and back, she'll have an answer. Because she's in a state where she's full of negative ions with the waves, and then she's into herself, and she's in that introspection. You will have an answer. You'll know at least the germ of the idea of how to start and solve whatever the situation is that they're in. And that's what this is. It replicates that energy where you have something going on, you come in with a question, then you're leaving with an answer. So that's why it's so valuable. Some sound baths are very rudimentary. It's all about sound, and sometimes you don't have the same idea. I don't do it that way. I do it where I want everyone to leave with a certain introspection, and they all do. Whether you're online or in person, if you come in person, just register. And we have zero gravity chairs that you can put your feet up, and it's looks like you can sleep there all day. And if you're online, you could be at home and just make sure you have a good speaker or headphones or whatever, number of other things that you'll need. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Our theme this week or this month is going to be the letting go part, is the 999. We've had close to 4 or 5 portals just in this month alone with the equinox, the 999, the blood moon. There's been a lot of various from the light workers' perspective of what all that means, but it's huge in terms of energy. All right, so hopefully you'll be able to come for that. I'm going to be teaching on the weekend. I've got an international class that we're teaching a new technique on angel tuning, and I need a couple of people as a volunteer. So if you're interested, you want to get more information, you can get $150 tuning for free, because we're going to be teaching it to people around the world, this particular technique. So if you have any questions, just see me after. And I had some. I'm going to be still working on getting some stuff for Dwight from our Bell's Corners group. Josh, we're now looking at a computer, so that's another long story. Trying to install Windows 11 into our system, which everybody will have to do eventually, and ongoing business with Eric Sinego. Okay, thank you very much. Back to you, Bernie.
Thank you, Tony. Bernie Fransgrove, Creative Insight, Business Concierge. We connect businesses. One of the means is the Knack for Business podcast, and we're doing pretty good. Season 3 is getting there. We almost have it all completely pushed out the door, but we started recording season 4, and we're getting about 9,000 downloads a week. So that's good. So the steam is building up, and I'm also involved with the Property Wizard podcast, and that talks about investing in real estate, what's behind the scenes. and it all leads to a course that also can lead to, if you want to get involved in investing and understand what's going on and have someone you can know and trust. East Trade Winds every week. Every week we have content out there, different speakers, great speakers, and yeah, come on in, check it out. And I'm going to stop because you know what? Jacqueline, it's your turn. Come on, the mortgage honey. She's going to tell you and she's going to wow you. Over to you, Jacqueline.
Wicked. So, I am so excited to be in a new location this morning. Kind of interesting when you wake up and you don't recognize the space that you're in because you had such a great sleep. And so that allowed me to sit up and take a breath, lift my shoulders and take them back, release them down, and know that I am not lost. I'm in a place I'm supposed to be. I'm helping someone declutter their space so that when the appraiser comes in to take a look at their property, that the mortgage that they're looking for is accessible. I have to think and Bernie and Tony know this, we have hoarders in our spaces. We know hoarders, and sometimes that doesn't work out for appraisers to help advance their next steps. My job is to have the conversation, perhaps even book the appraisers for them and have them come out feeling calmer than they were before. I have to say, it's emotional to deal with that. And their instincts don't work the way the appraiser and the financer needs to see happen. So I'm always looking for advice for the numbers, just like Eric suggests all the time. When you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, you need to contact your mortgage honey.
You're presenting today, right?
I am.
Okay.
So
I was just going, hang on, big
screen.
pregnant pause. Whew.
The rest is going to be silence, and you getting that home feeling on all your mortgages.
Deep breath in, shoulders down, exhale.
That's right. Like, oh, yeah. Okay.
Let those payments be easy. A lot, but easy payments.
Oh, you're very easy payments. Let me share the screen. And here's hoping that I've got this.
Repeat after me. Easy payments.
Let's see. Share. And could it be that I got it?
You got it.
God.
You're 100%,
You.
you're 100% up. You're 100% up and running.
Sweet. So, it's change of season. I talk about it 4 times a year in the change of season. And autumn is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful season. And the nation's capital, which I happen to be in, it is incredibly bright and it glows with the energy that we need to have. And so when you decide to take that step out, let me help you appreciate that my mission is helping you find answers outside your boxes, because we all have boxes. We are all enclosed in potentially 4, maybe even 6, maybe even 8. An octagon is yours for the taking when you're talking to me about mortgages. So we did take that long, deep breath. And we will stay calm, because seasons changes just like your mortgage will too. We've come out of summer's chaos, and let us fall in and settle into fall's finances and in balance. It's been 9 months of what should I do? What does it look like? Do I need to change my tires from winter to all seasons? I don't know, Sam. How busy were you then? I know when people are asking me about tires, I can't answer that, but I know who to suggest. Just a quick thought, and this is part of the end of summer season. And would you consider, when I talked about people who've got a lot of things, who are hoarding, and then they're taking a look, is it about my heart or is it about the numbers? Am I going to sell? Have I called Wendy yet? You know what? Wendy will say potentially it's not about the highest bidder, because the client who's selling it, it's about emotions. And Wendy will help her negotiate. Notice it was a her that I was speaking about. Find balance. But honoring your instincts makes sense. But you always want to, it's not a but, it's an and. Lean on those who understand the industry. Lean on people who are there to help you with the data. Lean on people like Sam, who will help you with your car. So this will be the last barbecue tip that I have for you, and it is about lobster tails. Now, I don't know if you were thinking about taking some sort of vacation or a 5-day session where it requires you to bring something special. Perhaps lobster tails might be the way to go. And it's really quick on the grill. It's 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And while you're thinking about the lobster tails, let's get grounded in your foundation. Autumn's a time where many renewals are happening. Spring has come, winter is coming. What could it look like when you look at what your next mortgage statements need to be? When you check your mortgage statements, do you remember what the term was? Is it due? Or did you take care of it last year and you didn't recognize that you had a 3-year term, not a 5-year term? Do you understand that when your renewal comes in, you want to be exploring what the refinancing options and the prepayments could be? Oh, why would I have a joke here? Why did the credit score refuse outside of autumn? Because I didn't want any more hard hits. Now that's about credit scores, credit bureaus. At the end of this, feel free to contact me. I will help you understand what Equifax is and what it could look like. When I ask you about looking at renewing mortgages or refinancing, you need to understand what the world knows about you. And have you been making your payments? Have you missed payments? Were you previously charged with obtaining a credit proposal? Or were you charged with a bankruptcy? We need to take a look at that. That's big stuff. It doesn't mean you can't have a mortgage. It just means you need to have a conversation to find out what next stages could be. So in autumn, it's about harvesting, because I just talked about refinancing. It's talking about being grateful for what you have and the clarity about what you're going to need going forward. So when I talk about gratitude, think about what you've been doing all year as you're making your mortgage payments. You are committing absolute brilliance in finding more equity, finding more opportunities, because you're paying down on your principal, not necessarily on your interest. And that's because you had a conversation with me asking about how that could be. So right now I'm asking you, or suggesting to you, it is the perfect season to think about what that next step is. Because I said 9 months of where has the money been flowing, 9 months of where the debts are, 9 months of the habits that you've had, really. And I've said it before, it's just like the dried leaves on branches. They flitter, they fall, and you now need to rake it up. Where's the rake? That could be your mortgage consultant that's helping you move things. And what do you find has been abundant for you in the last 9 months? If you haven't thought about it, decide it. Take a look, write it down. Because just like nature, sometimes we cling to habits. And I will say a suggestion. With your mortgage, if you're paying monthly, maybe there's an opportunity where you could be paying every 2 weeks. Maybe you're paying every 2 weeks and there's an opportunity to pay every week. Did you know that that was possible? And did you know what that could bring you? You know, autumn's a season of conscious releases. Release the attitude that everything has to be the same thing all the time. because you want to have a conversation with someone like me who happens to be a yogi. So when you're talking about when you take that long, deep breath, you lifted your shoulders, you took them back and you dropped them down, you decided to activate the root chakra. The root chakra is the base of the spine. And when I think about the base of the spine, I think about my financial life. What foundations have I put in place for my financial life? Is it safe? Is it stable? And you're nodding. I need to take a look at that. I need to speak to the experts. So when you're looking at your renewal that has come up or is coming up, what are your right options? Please do not wait to the last minute. I get a whole lot of the, Jacqueline, I know you're my mortgage honey, but should have called you a week ago. No more shouldas. You're here, and let's get you prepped for your next choices. And we talked about carrying debt. Breathe a little easier when you know what you can do and how you can move it. It's about small steps. I talked about paying every 2 weeks, not monthly. And this last step, think about testing your stability. A simple stress test can help you find out what your next new potential surprises could be. Contact me so that we can have that conversation. And like a mountain pose, Tadasana, I'm going to ask you to sit up in your chair wherever you are, lift your shoulders, take them back, drop them down, because when your mortgage is steady, you can stand taller, breathe easier, and expand with confidence. So in my world, I use yoga poses to illustrate what mortgages could look like, what your budgets could look like. And in your Warrior 2, if you don't mind, let us lift our shoulders. Extend the arms out to the side, palms down as you look over that right hand. Think about courage, think about clarity and strength. It's all here for you. And I said this, and I continue to say, is mortgages aren't just bills, they're tools. And why not, when you're taking a look at renewing, refinancing, or buying something like a cottage or four-season cottage, it's all out there. And there's ways to help you save hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars when you're thinking about taking next steps. That's your autumn invitation. And so switching from summer to autumn, you'll shift from warrior pose to child's pose. And all of that to say it's easier on the body. And hopefully we can make it easier on your mortgage too. So thank you so much for listening. Oh, let's talk about a duplex in the next session. Yay. So when you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter what the season is, you need to contact your mortgage honey. Thank you so much for your time.
Jacqueline, thank you. Are there any questions for Jacqueline? Kat, go ahead.
This may seem like a totally ridiculous question, but in my head, it's necessary. You're talking about mortgages in reference to yoga poses, and you're doing it in text form. Do you have it in pictorial form? Just it makes it easier for me to understand.
I do. That's a great question. And that's a great question. I do that. And I can send that out. I have it to send out to you. Oh, Kat, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm busy doing my sun salutation every morning. I'm like, of course I'm doing it like that. Yeah. Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Anyone else have yeah, go ahead, Wendy.
Jacqueline, thank you for your presentation. I just wanted to ask you, how often should someone be checking their credit score and pulling their credit to see what is there?
Yeah. Thank you, Wendy. It's a question that no one asks. So we've got Equifax most of my lenders, if not all, use Equifax and TransUnion. If I have clients who have come in from the United States of America, I'll need to pull their TransUnion. Want to check it every single year. Every single year, because you don't know what is still on your credit bureau. Let's say you had a loan that was paid off, like you paid it out, good thumbs up, but it's still on your bureau. There's no reason why it should be, because you no longer owe that debt. There could be, it's theft, ID theft, fraud. Check it every single year. I'm glad that when people are looking to me for their mortgages, I have to pull their credit score, and then I get to ask them questions like, do you still have that car? No, I sold it a long time ago. Do you still have that property? No, we sold that a long time ago. Do you still have these 10 credit cards? Oh, I didn't know about that. I never use them. I'm not sure that you really want them on your bureau. So we get to have that conversation. You can pull it for free. You can pull your bureau for free, and you have access to it for a month so that you can clean it up. Thank you, Wendy. Great question.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
Jacqueline, how can you take some of that stuff off if it has been there for a long time and you weren't aware of it? Is it something that we can do on our end, or does it have to be taken off? Like if this car is still on your credit and it's been long gone, does the dealer have to take it off if that's where it came from, or whoever you paid? Do they have to do it?
No, it's the human that needs to take care of that. So, Tony, if you've got a car that you paid and there's no loan, no debt, you don't own it, you need to send a text message. No, Equifax takes faxes. So you can either send a fax or send an email. I know that 3-letter word that starts with an F. So a fax or an email to them saying, this no longer, I do not own it. It should no longer be on my credit bureau. So you're going to have to give them, once they've received that notice, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks for them to pull that off of your bureau, because they need to confirm it so that they can do what's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't realize they still sell fax paper.
I know. Oh my gosh, how old are we?
Yeah.
I suppose the clue's in the title, isn't it? Equifax.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to have to send a message to them. Why is it still Equifax? It will always be Equifax. Unlike Eric, who decided to change locations, companies, I'm not sure Equifax would have the opportunity to do that.
Jacqueline, thank you so much. Great presentation.
Yep.
Closing quote is, you have to work on the business first before it works for you. And that's courtesy of Doa. Koyen Nikan.